If you've ever competed at a state championship meet in high school, you probably dreamed of becoming an Olympian. Because the moment that you first get a taste of winning, you get hooked on it. But the only thing sweeter than winning a state championship is proving yourself to be the best in the entire nation. But if you're really good, you don't just want to be the best in your events. You want to be the best athlete on any track, anywhere in America, which means winning a lot and winning big while you're at it. But thanks to Gatorade, we now know who really is the best high school boy in track and field every single year. But what really happens to those boys after they get their diplomas? Because only one high school boy can become the Gatorade National Track Athlete of the Year. And the truth is that high school is really only the start of any young athlete's career. So to make this list, as one of the best high school boys in the entire nation, the criteria is simple. You have to win the Gatorade National Track Athlete of the Year award at least once in your career, an honor that puts a target on your back every race you run from that point on. So here is a breakdown of what happened to the best high school boys on the track every single year for the past 10 years. Some names that you might recognize and others you've likely forgotten. Because it doesn't really matter how fast you start as much as it does how well you finish. Starting things off in 2023, Issam Asinga was the greatest high school track athlete of his entire class. And it was not close. He ran high school national records in the 100 and the 200, which means he's now faster than any high school athlete ever, including Noah Lyles. And later during his senior season, he beat Noah Lyles himself in the 100-meter dash, an event that Noah would go on to win at the World Championships. But that's not what he's known for anymore, because he committed to Texas A&M to run in the SEC, but was also slated to run for Suriname in the World Championships, a dream that came crashing down because of a whole lot of controversy, which I'm not getting into right now. And there's not a whole lot of press on how that situation's getting cleared up. But hopefully, we get to see him on the track in the SEC in the future. In 2022, it was Cade Flatt who dominated the nation as the top 800-meter runner. In fact, he barely missed out on breaking the high school national record in the 800 by 0.03 of a second. I didn't say 0.3 of a second. I said 0.03. He competed out of Kentucky and chose Ole Miss to continue his track career. But since getting to Ole Miss, his freshman year didn't go quite as planned. He struggled to run as fast as he did in high school, not even getting close to his high school PRs, and hasn't even competed for a medal at the SEC Championships individually. But that could all change quickly in 2024. But the year 2021 belongs to Hobbs Kessler, who broke the high school national record in the mile out of Michigan. But the funny thing is, he later ran faster than the NCAA record while he was still technically in high school. He chose to go pro, signing with Adidas, backing out of his commitment to Northern Arizona University. And since that time, he's actually broken a world record, but that was the 1-mile road running record. His best finish at the USA Championships came in 2023, when he actually went 6th overall. But time will only tell how good he can really become. The year 2020 was a shortened track season for everyone, but that didn't stop Nico Young from proving himself as the best in the nation. He broke cross-country and indoor track national records, and then continued his career at Northern Arizona University, the same place where Hobbs Kessler was supposed to join him. But Nico actually ran in college. In fact, he's still dominating there. He's made the top 8 at the NCAA Championships every single season that he's competed. And that means cross-country, indoors, and outdoors. The only thing he hasn't done outright is win the whole thing, because his best finish to this point has been 2nd. But that could all change really soon. But in 2019, a high school sprinting sensation took the nation by storm, because that's when Matthew Boling, competing out of the state of Texas, not only ran the fastest 100 and 200 in the nation, he actually ran the fastest 100-meter dash ever recorded under all conditions. To be honest, he might have completed the perfect senior year track season and continued his career with the Georgia Bulldogs. He's won 2 NCAA indoor titles in the 200-meter dash, but never won a title in the 100 or the 200 outdoors. And after winning the indoor national title in 2023, he failed to make the final outdoors in the 200-meter dash. But he's now technically a world champion in the mixed 4x4 relay, and he is turning professional, perhaps to focus on the 400 above all else. And even with all the talent he has, that might have been his best event all along. In 2018, Anthony Schwartz was the nation's best track and field athlete, which is ironic, because he's also a really good football player. He was the fastest man on the track, technically in 2017 and 2018 in the 100-meter dash. And he was the under-20 world leader in the 60-meter dash and the 100-meter dash out of the state of Florida. But Anthony took his talents to Auburn, where he focused on football more than anything else. He only ran a little bit there in the 60 and the 100, and actually qualified for the NCAA Indoor Championships, but he didn't show up to the meet. But since that time, football has worked out for him, because he was drafted in the 3rd round by the Cleveland Browns. Anthony is clearly a generational talent, who could have been something special on the track, but we'll never know how good he could have been, because we only get to watch him compete on Sundays. In the year 2017 was a wild card, because Armand Mondo Duplantis became the best track and field athlete in the nation. But to be clear, he is a pole vaulter. He was actually a junior in high school at the time they gave him the award, but he competes internationally for Sweden after completing his senior year in Louisiana. He competed at the European Championships and won the entire event in the pole vault. He then completed 1 season at LSU, winning an NCAA Indoor Championship and breaking the collegiate record for the pole vault. But that ain't even relevant when you hear what he did after that, because Mondo Duplantis is the GOAT of the vault. From 2021 until now, he's gone undefeated, both in the Olympics and the World Championship events. He's even won the Diamond League every single year. And by the way, he's broken his own world record a whole bunch of times already. So no matter how you cut it, he is the real deal. But the next name on this list needs no introduction, because Michael Norman is the only man to win the National Track Athlete of the Year award for the high school boys more than once. It's never happened in over 30 years of giving it out. He won 2015 and 2016 after dominating the state of California in the 200 and the 400. The only way to do justice to his high school career is to let you know that he finished it at the Olympic trials, finishing 5th in the 200-meter final. But since that time, we all know how good Michael Norman actually is. He became an NCAA champion and broke the collegiate record, and now he is a world champion in the 400-meter dash. He's actually one of only 3 men in history to run faster than 10 seconds in the 100, 20 seconds in the 200, and 44 seconds in the 400. And he has a legitimate shot at not only winning the Olympics, but breaking the world record in the 400. And hopefully he pulls it off, because he's about the only person with the talent to do it in the game right now. In 2014, it was Trentavis Friday out of the state of Florida, who was the greatest track and field athlete for the entire nation. He dominated the 100 and the 200, winning the USA Junior Championships in the 100. But in the 200, he won the World Junior Championship later that year as a senior. He later attended Florida State, but for only 1 season, and he was often injured throughout that campaign, so he didn't win any medals at all in the ACC. Shockingly, he chose to turn pro after that, signing with a Chinese company called Xstep. But unfortunately, his World Junior performances are still his PRs up to this point. And from 2016 on down, he struggled to perform anything close to the talent that he flashed when he was in high school. And he hasn't competed officially since the year 2020, so we've probably seen the last of Trentavis Friday on the track. But in 2013, it was another familiar face, Trayvon Bromell, who was the greatest track and field athlete in the entire nation. After dominating the state of Florida, he went on to compete at Baylor, where he would win the NCAA championship as a freshman in the 100-meter dash. He did eventually lose as a sophomore, but that was to Andre DeGrasse, so you gotta give him a pass on that. And since that time, he's run professionally, proving to be one of the 10 fastest men to ever run the 100-meter dash. And although his career has been derailed due to serious injuries, he has finished the season more than once as the world leader in the 100. It's actually disappointing that he only has one bronze medal in the World Championships to his name. But even without all of the accolades that somebody as talented as him probably should have, nobody really wants to see a healthy Trayvon Bromell in the final of any 100-meter dash. Because when everything's working just fine, he has as good a chance as anyone to come out with the victory. But the final name on this list is another short sprinter, because in 2012, it was Abraham Hall, who was the greatest track and field athlete in the entire nation. He ran the 100 and the 200 out of the state of Texas, but committed to run for the military academy, also known as Army, in the Patriot League. For the record, it's still technically D1, and the only reason I know so much is because I was competing in the Patriot League at the same time running that event. But he never actually competed for Army, and there was a lot of speculation about why. He ended up doing a year at the Army Prep Academy, but barely ran when he was there, and later signed with UCLA in the Pac-12 instead. And believe it or not, he only sprinted for one season with UCLA, and only ran the 100-meter dash twice in their uniform. The times he ran were significantly slower than anything he did in high school, and that was the last time we've ever seen Abraham Hall officially on the track, which is a shame because his talent was undeniable. Becoming the Gatorade National Track Athlete of the Year is a great accomplishment, but all it really means is that you have great talent and great potential, which doesn't mean a whole lot if that potential is never realized. The names that you forgot about, who actually made this list, are proof that high school is not the end of your career, but rather the beginning of it. But one thing is for certain, that in the United States of America, there is no shortage of talent on the track at the high school level. I'm Coach Rob, and thank you so much for watching this video. And if you want to see more content like this, then please like and subscribe.